The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
I'm about to do to you what Limp Bizkit did to music in the late 90s.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Here goes the last DJ.
Gentlemen, I wash my hands of this weirdness.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another brand new episode of the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. It is Wednesday, July 7th. We are your daily dose of laughs and levity in a crazy, crazy world. I'm joined by my co-host, the Savage One, Mr. Tony Spark. Tony, how you doing today?
Hey, doing good. It's great to be in studio. My last day in studio, last day before I head back to Colorado. But I'm doing good, buddy. How are you doing?
Doing all right. You know, it's been nice to have you out here. Sure, we haven't done as many shows, but you know what? It's okay. You know, It's prefer the personal time out here.
Yes, it's on the go when I'm here. So, but today is able to be in studio, so it's awesome.
Very cool. Well, normally at this portion of the show, I would ask a question to my co-host, but we've actually got a couple very special guests.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys wouldn't mind coming on into the frame, make sure you speak into the microphone. Yes,
Hello.
we've got Corbin and Reese Fenix here.
The Fenix Bros.
The Fenix Bros of the Fenix Bro channel. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Awesome. So you're out here for most of the summer. What are you guys excited to do while you're up here? Obviously, you're from Southern California normally, but now you're in Northern Nevada. What are you guys looking forward to doing while you're visiting?
I mean, there are some cool movies that we can watch, and we're going to go to the beach tomorrow, and that'll be cool.
Yeah.
We're taking a trip back to California, to Monterey, of course, Northern California, not Southern California, but taking guys to the aquarium, going whale watching. That should be fun, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And, of course, you guys have already gotten plenty of use of the Street Fighter 2 cabinet that's directly behind you as well. So.
Yeah.
Very cool. So aside from, the fun activities that we have planned, what else you guys want to do while you're out here? Just hang out, spend some quality time?
With the dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, with the dogs.
The dogs. And shooting, maybe?
Yeah, maybe we'll go to the range. Maybe we'll do something fun along those lines. But it's just all part of the Northern Nevada experience. But definitely glad to have you guys out here.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple minutes. Is there anything else you guys want to say? Any shout outs, any hellos you want to say to anybody?
I don't know if Mom's going to be watching this, but hello.
She can always watch the replay.
Yeah. Subscribe to us, please.
Yeah,
Fenix
talk about
Bros.
your channel.
The Fenix Bros. Yeah, what do you guys do on the Fenix Bros channel?
Well, we do some challenges. We don't post very often because sometimes we don't have much time, but we're going to try and post some videos while we're out here, maybe 2 or 3. And I brought my special camera, so it'll be like a higher quality, which will be nice.
And so you guys have done like a funky cola challenge where you had to taste like mustard flavored cola. You guys did a nailed it baking challenge.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm. That was really
What
fun.
did you make in that one?
We made like a sandcastle cake.
Very cool. Very cool. And then what is a challenge that you guys might like to do while you're out here?
Well,
I want to do the cinnamon challenge.
Well,
that's
It's
disgusting.
disgusting, but I really want to do it.
I don't want to clean up after the cinnamon
Yeah,
challenge.
no.
So
Just be over the sink.
I was gonna say Jesse suggested you guys do this donut challenge.
Oh yeah,
Where you let one
donuts.
sit. Where it was you go to Donut Bistro, you let the donut sit for a day or two, right? Is that what it was? You let it sit for a day or two, and then Krispy Kreme, and then you guys, you get to eat the donuts and just see which one is better after a few days. We as adults were trying to dispute this, and we're like, who could do that? The Phoenix Bros. That's who could do that.
I would argue we get glazed donuts for a bunch of different places, and you guys figure out Krispy Kreme
Blindfolded.
versus Dunkin' versus.
Ooh, I like that.
Because the reality is, if there's donuts sitting around here for a day,
They ain't gonna last.
Yeah.
they're disappearing because they're ending up in my belly. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for popping on. It was awesome to talk with you guys and let the audience see you. And, we talk about you every once in a while here on the show. So,
also, fun fact, if you guys are watching, this guy is, I couldn't do this right. He's taller than I am.
yeah, he's an 11-year-old who's almost 6 feet tall. So,
Yeah.
Super tall. Just so you know. Okay.
Well, in any case, folks, we've got a wonderful show lined up for you today. On this Wednesday, let's talk about today's show, shall we?
Hump Day! Yeah!
It is Hump Day, and as we do on Wednesdays, we've got Words Are Hard.
They are hard.
We've got a segment called So You Want to Be a Firefighter, and we round out this day, of course, with This Day in History. Folks, do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Behold my process. Ooh, yeah, let me tell you something right here. It's the Loot Crate subscription box, full of exclusive loot, fun surprises delivered to your door every month.
Just pick up your favorite geeky genre, Daddy.
From the original Loot Crate, the Loot Crate DX collectible boxes, dude! Cowabunga! To the Loot Gaming video game box. Woohoo! Yee-hoo! Wowzers! With crits starting as low as $11.99 per month, there's a box just about for all collectors.
To get your geek on, head over to phoenixmedia.us/loot crate and claim your exclusive offer. That's FENIXmedia.us/loot crate. Great Scott!
Snap into a Loot Crate, dig it?
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Phoenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix Radio Show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. And we are back, folks. This is the Kristian Fenix Radio Show. We've got a little thing we talk about each episode. It is the Fenix Line, our 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week voicemail line, giving you guys, the listeners and watchers, an opportunity to chime in on anything whatsoever. Maybe you've got fun summer plans that you want to share with us. Give us a call at 855-FENIX-RADIO. That's 855-FENIX-RDO or 855-336-4973. All we ask is that you keep it entertaining. We'll compile those together, put them out in a future show. Now, it is Wednesday, and as we like to do on Wednesdays, we explore the English language, some of the weirdness, the eccentricities, boy, words are hard today, eccentricities of the English language, and, sometimes just the wacky and silliness of it all, in a segment I like to call Words Are Hard. So today we're visiting an old favorite of Chinese translations into English. Most cases, us as Americans see it in instruction manuals, say we order a piece of furniture or something we have to set up. Of course, it was built in China. They translated it into English. And then now, of course, we have to try and figure out exactly what it means. This will contain some of those, but it's also signs and certain things as well. So let's go ahead and get into it with our first Chinese to English translation here on Words Are Hard. Looks like this sign came out of a grocery store where, they obviously have signs in both Chinese, and then it has the English subtitles underneath. And I would assume that this is the produce section, but the sign says F vegetables, and it doesn't say F, it says the actual word.
Rhymes with duck and muck and suck.
I mean, they feel very much the same way we do about vegetables, but I don't think it was quite on purpose.
You kiss your mother with that dirty mouth.
All right, let's keep moving on with Words Are Hard. Tony's sneaking a peek at what's coming up. I snuck a
peek at the F one, too.
Which is totally fine.
It's definitely for unlawful carnal knowledge there. Good stuff.
So for this next one, it looks like it's a Mexican food restaurant menu that's in China. Of course, they translated into English. But the English translation, not so great, because apparently this item is called Rape When Green Stuffs. I don't know if I want to be eaten there, because...
would you like the rape with green stuff? Cause the green stuff be the wapey, and you don't eat it.
Here's the other thing is, here in Northern Nevada, we have excellent Mexican food. But the further north you get, the Mexican food gets worse and worse. I don't know if I want to be eating Mexican food in China, because you're a long way from authentic.
Chips and salsa, and then rape with green stuff. It be the guaca. And I ain't talking fuzzy bear. Like guaca.
Let's keep rolling on with Words Are Hard. Oh, this next one would be very confusing in a fire, which is oddly enough, kind of a nice little segue into our next segment. But in this case, you've got a fire extinguisher hanging on a wall. Of course, if a fire breaks out, you want to grab it, put out the fire. The only problem is the sign has it listed as hand grenade. Not something I think you would necessarily want to throw into a fire or use on a fire.
Quick, Marty, grab the hand grenade.
You mean the fire extinguisher, Doc?
No, the hand grenade.
I don't know how you confuse it. Obviously, they both have pins you have to pull, but vastly different.
Definitely.
Let's keep rolling on. Talking Words Are Hard. Here's a sign that is out at a park somewhere. I would assume that, a nice little family park. You see the green grass in the background. Of course, they've got symbols saying, no dogs allowed, no bicyclists, no littering, no washing your hands, I guess. But the main sign is
where the Rona was made.
Yeah, as a person who's slipping and falling, and I would assume that it meant, the rocks are slippery, so don't climb on them. However, the sign in the English translation says, slip and fall down carefully. So don't fall down heinously, slip or fall down.
Just like in real
carefully.
life, when you know you're about the trip, just slow time down, just slow everything down, and just make sure you land carefully.
Yeah, because that's exactly what you can do when you swim.
Right, yeah. You have control of time. You can even rewind to make sure you don't do that.
I wish we had that ability.
I know.
That would be so nice.
When I was climbing rocks at Tahoe yesterday, I mean, you definitely know, like, when you have to get to the next rock, you definitely can't just jump it. You kind of got to squat it, and then, yeah. So you do that carefully. But
do it carefully.
Yeah, but if you slip, I guess you're screwed. So.
Well, let's keep rolling on. Talking words are hard. We're talking about Chinese to English translations, in some cases instruction manuals, some cases signs. In this case, another menu item, which, again, it looks, authentic Chinese. However, I don't know if I'd necessarily want to eat this because the translation into English is 6 roasted husband.
Yeah, that means a lot of dirty cheetahs turned into your main course.
And if you look at the dish, it very well could be a roasted husband.
It could be a roasted husband. That's Scott.
Yeah. It kind of looks like...
Give me the bap, Scott!
Looks like wet pork rinds, almost.
Yeah, it doesn't look very appealing. But very delicate. This be the husband of Bethany. No big deal. We chopped them up and we cooked them up.
Well, Bethany and 5 others, because it's 6 roasted husbands.
Oh, Bethany and Stephanie and Julie and Sarah.
Let's keep rolling on. Talking words are hard. This one, always keep in mind, because you never know, and I want to know who it belongs to, but it's a sign that says, beware of missing foot. Your foot? Somebody else's foot?
Bigfoot.
Do you lose your foot if you pass the sign? I want to know more. So many unanswered questions. There you
Definitely.
go.
Bring it back.
Some foot soldiers just wandering around, and that's what the sign's alluding to.
Oh, there you go. I was wondering when Shredder was going to get the band back together.
Beware missing foot.
Hey. There is some randos in there.
Oh, let's keep rolling on. Words are hard.
Either one you go with is great.
Well, this next one, going back to menus, again, not necessarily something I think that I would want to eat. Potato the crap.
Potato of the crap. Potatoes. Potatoes.
I want to know, is this a potato that was once eaten and now it's twice baked, so to speak? Or
once eaten, twice shy, baby.
Or was this a potato maybe grown in crap?
Yeah.
Don't know. It's just potato the crap.
My potatoes are the best potatoes because they are potatoes of the crap. First, what we do is we organically grow these potatoes in recycled feces to make you have the freshest of French fries.
Oh, let's keep rolling on. Talking words are hard. Another menu item that looks like neither Tony and I would touch because it's mostly bean sprouts and vegetables, and we like our protein.
F you vegetables.
But the Chinese to English translation has it listed as meat muscle, stupid bean sprouts. I agree.
Yeah.
Stupid bean sprouts.
Oh, yeah, you want the bean festivals? It's got the lima, the chisaro, the black bean, and the stupid bean.
I love that it has meat muscle in there, but there's no meat
don't
in
forget
it.
about the meat muscle. Very good protein.
Right. Meat muscle, stupid beans.
Yeah. Meat muscle and stupid bean coming soon to an arena near you.
Oh, let's keep rolling on. Talking words are hard. Another Chinese to English translation for a menu item. This one, you've got one option, which is kumquat with lemon.
Ha!
The other is fresh
You said quat.
The other is fresh blueberry tea. The third option is whatever.
Oh, I like that. What are you having? Whatever.
Whatever.
No, I'm asking you, what are you having? Whatever.
Maybe that stemmed from a bunch of people coming in and just doing exactly
whatever, man. Give me the number 2, man. Supersize me. Whatever.
What would you like on that? Whatever.
Whatever. Can you give me some kumquats, though, man? Yeah.
All right, let's keep rolling on. Words are hard. Oh, Chinese to English translations. Another great menu item that, you know what? I might want to stay away from this one because it is listed as Wang had to burn.
Yeah, if the wang had to burn, then you went down the wrong fishing hole there.
Yeah, I mean, does it mean literally burn, like fire? Do you need a hand grenade to put it out? Or does it mean that, you visited maybe the wrong brothel here
down in Mound House. Hello. We have a special meal tonight. It is called Wang Had to Burn. It'll hurt your tum-tum and give you the bubble guts.
Not only that, but if that's the
also, when you go to pee, your wang will burn. Because it has to. That's what it does.
If that's the case, having to consume this food might be difficult as well.
Yeah,
because,
I would imagine. I'm not good with spicy stuff anyways. I'm kind of a little bitch about it.
My tummy hurts. It hurts.
The joys of getting older.
Yeah.
Let's keep rolling on. Talking words are hard. Oh, we're talking Chinese to English translations. And, Tony, maybe next time you sit down at a seafood restaurant, hopefully they bring you a fresh plate or a plate of steaming fresh crab.
Oh, that would be good.
It's only $7.99 a pound.
Such a bargain. And what's crazy is it's not... It's almost like it should have said carp, right? Like that was a fish in the
It
thing,
is,
in the
yeah.
picture.
I think they were more dyslexic than bad translation, but fresh crab.
Oh, fresh crab, $7.99 a pound. We catch it from the murkiest and darkiest places in the world.
We only make it twice a day.
Yeah, sometimes 3 times if we get real special. You go on vacation, sometimes at 5 times. Whatever, no big deal.
Oh, and then finally here on Words Are Hard. Talking Chinese to English translations. This is probably a sign for a public pool, but apparently they really like their patrons because the sign says, saving water, you are the best. Flushing timely, you are the best. Protecting public property, you are the best. Urinating into the pool, you are the best. Wait, what?
Yeah. Sounds like they praise too much.
Yeah. And apparently you're the best.
High five. You suck, but I'm still going to high five you. You pissed in the pool. That a baby. Chlorine will fix that. No, come here. Double high five because you pissed in the pool. Good job. You're the best.
Just watch out for the blue dye when you pee in the pool.
Was that Grown-Ups when they did
Grown-Ups,
that? Yeah.
Well, folks, that does it for Words Are Hard. When we come back, we've got a segment called So You Want to Be a Firefighter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's a ninja sound.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke. When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Hello, Goobo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm going to do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. Indeed. This is the Kristian Fenix radio show, and we are all over social media with many of you watching us as we speak on Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Now, if you want to enjoy this show or other great Fenix Media shows from the comfort of your own home or on the go, just download the ngbn.tv application on your smart TV or your mobile, whether it's Apple, whether it's Android, we don't care. It's on there. Just download it, find the Fenix Media channel. And as I mentioned, you can get this show and other great Fenix Media shows as well. Now, if you want to get a hold of me on social, I'm available at facebook.com/Kristian Fenix Radio. That's Kristian with a K, Fenix with an F, radio, of course, with an R, or on Instagram and Twitter at Fenix Media Radio. Tony's available at facebook.com/Tony Spark. That's SPARK 81, or on Instagram at Tony.Sanfilippo81. Well, folks, in this segment that I'm calling So You Want to Be a Firefighter, kind of stemmed from a situation that happened with my brother-in-law, who's a firefighter. And, back when we were kids growing up, it was a noble profession to want to get into. You either wanted to be a policeman or a firefighter. Fortunately, people don't really want to be policemen nowadays, but, firefighters, they still want to be. You've got to be in great physical shape. And of course, you're doing more than just fighting fires. You are helping people out. You are saving people. You are administering life-saving protocols. And in that case, firefighters truly, truly are heroes. With that being said, not everybody that firefighters save necessarily deserves to be saved. So we're going to run down some stories of firefighters who shared the dumbest person they had ever saved in a stupid situation. So let's go ahead and get into it. And again, this segment is called So You Want to Be a Firefighter.
In a word, Brian, what is this job all about?
Fire.
Not always. All right, this first one from user Ken Thomas says, I'm not a firefighter, but I used to do a lot of disaster response work. Hurricane Floyd, Eastern North Carolina. I had a farmer with a large family that refused to evacuate his house. Stubborn bastard. Riverhead broke loose, floodwaters were coming up fast, and the police had given up on changing his mind. I drove my truck right up into his yard, rolled down the window, and asked him to dress his kids in something orange or bright yellow. He asked me why, and I said, so body recovery will be able to distinguish them from all the dead pigs floating around. He told me to F off, but 5 minutes later, he had the whole family in the vehicle and they got the hell out. Oh man, it's amazing how one person can put their family in that much danger. Yeah. And it took, this guy just mentioning that, making it real for this guy to turn around and be like, okay, maybe we should go.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. If they tell you to evacuate, they tell you to get out. Yeah. They know what's coming. So they're trying to save you. You have some time. you're not saving your farm. It's about to get flooded.
Right.
When the water subsides, if anything's left, rebuild, but you cannot come back to life.
Well, we're prone to brush fires out here, and it amazes me how many people think they can fight off a brush fire with their garden hose when they've got aircraft that are dumping, retardant on everything, and even that's not doing it. So listen to the firefighters if they tell you to evacuate.
If they tell you to go. Simple.
Let's keep rolling on with
Idiot.
So You Want to Be a Firefighter.
In a word, Brian, what is this job all about?
Fire.
Fire.
Oh, and so we're talking about, stupid people that firefighters tried to save. This from user LTBT says, a motorist had a bad alternator and the car died while she or he was driving. The electric lock control stopped working. We were dispatched for a person trapped in a motor vehicle. On arrival, the advice was given to manually lift the lock knob. You can easily tell the ones who will not survive the first 24 hours of the zombie apocalypse. Honestly, if you're locked in your car, just let them go. It's the world.
I can't get out. What are you doing? Unlock door. I can't. Press the button. I can't. Okay.
Oh, let's keep rolling on. So You Want to Be a Firefighter.
In a word, Brian, what is this job all about? Fire.
This from Firefighter John Wick, Detroit. A call I might not necessarily, I would want to go on. I wouldn't necessarily mind going on. Says 2 bikini-clad girls had to be rescued from a swift-moving river in a canoe. Neither girl brought a life vest or a paddle.
Oh my God, we just totally went for Instagram accounts, and then Sarah was wearing a bikini, and it was so cute, and just we forgot. We were like, well, we could float. We do have flotation devices. We each have a pair. We didn't need a paddle.
Oh, let's keep rolling on. So You Want to Be a Firefighter.
In a word, Brian, what is this job all about? Fire.
Another fun call that would be on, but at the same time, just dealing with stupid people. From Stewie23, no, not that Stewie from Family Guy, but so heard this story from a friend. Emergency call comes in for a miscellaneous electrical hazard. Chief walks in and a woman tells him that the TV in the bedroom is making a weird noise. It's turned off, but there's a low buzzing sound coming from the area. Chief unplugs the TV, which she didn't think to do, and the noise didn't stop. The TV is sitting on top of a chest of drawers, so he opens up the top drawer and finds this woman's vibrator just buzzing away. Super awkward.
That is just a little awkward. Great Scott! What is that?
Oh, let's keep rolling on.
Vibrating device.
So You Want to Be a Firefighter.
In a word, Brian, what is this job all about? Fire.
Firefighters sharing when they had to rescue stupid people. This from Fountain of R says, I once had a firefighter tell me he almost died in a house fire while going back into the house to look for the owner. A neighbor was concerned about why the firefighter was still in the residence, so he asked another firefighter. This is how the exchange went. Neighbor, why is that fireman still in the house? Firefighter, he's looking for the owner of the home. Neighbor, he's right over there with the video camera. Turns out the owner did not think it was important to alert the fire department. He was out of the house. Instead, he was just taking video of the whole event. The fire started because the owner had tried to smother his barbecue cooker flame and with leftover wood from the siding that had been installed in his home. The owner did not realize it would burn. It burned his whole house down.
Oof.
This guy doesn't deserve to be a homeowner. He doesn't deserve, I would say, to be alive, but that's not for me to decide. That's for the universe to decide when it's his time to go.
Yeah.
But
wow,
in that case, it probably should have gone. So let's keep rolling on. So You Want to Be a firefighter. Words are hard today.
Words are hard.
In a word, Brian, what is this job all about? Fire.
Oh, this from user deleted. I don't think that was actually deleted. Just they didn't want their name on there. This person says, I was the dumb call. My cat got her paw stuck in the dishwasher and was screaming bloody murder. I couldn't move her paw and I couldn't lift the machine, so I sat with her while my husband called the fire department. She chewed right through one of my favorite blankets in her stress. Firefighters arrive, not in full suits, but heavy boots and pants. Soon as they come around the corner to the kitchen, our cat miraculously was able to free her paw to take off and hide in the bedroom. The guys seemed confused, but at least it was easy. We thank them profusely for being scary enough to free our cat, who had zero physical damage, not even a broken claw. I guess she'd hooked her claw on something and didn't want to let go for love or money. Just a matter of some scary firefighters coming in to free a cat, not from a tree, but from a dishwasher.
Crazy.
All right. Uh-oh. I'm clicking things here that are opening up other windows, and we don't want that.
Don't open them up.
All right. This segment, so you want to be a firefighter.
In a word, Brian, what is this job all about? Fire.
This one from user Gruppet.
Gruppet.
Firefighter paramedic in the suburb of Phoenix had to transport a guy to the ER because he was constipated. His wife tried to dig it out with a wooden spoon. Spoon got stuck and hurt to move it. Walked in, there's a 250-pound man, butt naked, lying on his side with a huge wooden spoon stuck halfway up his butt.
That's just funny. Hey, babe, I gotta take a crap. If you just jam the wooden spatula, it'll be better. I'll spread the butt cheeks. Please jam it in nicely. That's disgusting. Like, I bet paramedics and everybody, they've seen so many weird things. Like, I
can only imagine.
Like, I'm picturing Chet from Weird Science, like, turned over sideways with a big-ass spoon sticking out of his ass.
You know, they make over-the-counter medications that you just go to the local CVS, Walgreens, you buy it.
If he just goes to, like, Burger King or Taco Bell or McDonald's, I'm sure he'll just rip through you, man.
Oh, let's keep moving on. So you want to be a firefighter.
In a word, Brian, what is this job all about? Fire.
Some people... 911 is not your personal service. For instance, this user, they didn't say their name, but says, I was called to a home to get a pie out of the oven before it caught fire. The lady went to the store and was delayed for some reason. She called 911 to have the fire department take the pie out of the oven and place it on the stove. The call came in as something stuck in oven and unable to turn off stove. Still number one call in 32 years. They're not your personal assistants. They're not... You leave the store, you go home, you take the damn pie out yourself.
Yeah. Can you come over and can you flip the sheets for me too? Thanks.
Oh, and then finally, let's round out So You Want to Be a Firefighter.
In a word, Brian, what is this job all about? Fire.
This from Robert Borden said, had a fellow who was running from the police. He decided to climb on board a chunk of ice that was flowing down the river. I'm sure he thought he was genius at the time, but the issue is that there really isn't a whole lot of North Town for a few hundred miles. Okay, whatever that means.
Yeah,
so
right.
his long-term planning wasn't great. Eventually, we found him hiding in a small icy overhang on the side of the river, suffering from hypothermia. What? After a brief stay in the hospital, he ended up being arrested, obviously. But again, another one that they should have just let him go and let the world take care of things. But
bye.
That's the way it goes. In any case, folks, that does it for this segment. When we come back, we're heading to the final segment of the day, which means it's time for This Day in History. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. but he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us. Get everything you need for the Kristian Fenix radio show over at phoenixmedia.us or on Facebook at facebook.com/Fenix Media Radio. Now back to the show. We are back, folks, and we made it to the final segment of this episode of the Kristian Fenix radio show. Now, if you missed a portion of the show or you want to go back and catch up on any of the previous shows, it's easy enough to do so. Head over to phoenixmedia.us, click on the show's link, scroll on down to the Kristian Fenix radio show. From there, you can get video, you can get audio as well, or head over to wherever you get podcasts. Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Anchor, Breaker, TuneIn, iHeart, Doozer, Dozer, Geezer, Gozer.
Are you a god?
No!
I thought you were going to go with, wow.
Wow. Wow. What a Nexus event there. Wow.
While you're there, be sure to subscribe. That way you always have the latest episode. Leave a review. Let us know what you think and tell your friends. Because why, Tony?
Sharing is caring. Like, subscribe, spread us around. Love us, like us, whatever. Just share it.
Do it.
Do it.
All right, folks. Well, being that it is the final segment of the show, as we do each and every day, we like to drop a little knowledge on you, hopefully make you laugh at the same time. It is time for This Day in History.
Traversing the globe for the stories that turn the world on its head. It's This Day in History with your correspondent on the beat,
Kristian Fenix.
Thanks, Siri. All right, let's go ahead and kick off This Day in History with this day in 1456. A retrial verdict acquits Joan of Arc of heresy 25 years after her death. Unfortunately, she couldn't celebrate by doing some jazzercise in the mall.
No.
Excellent! Not a Napoleon reference, but still a good
Still fits. You know?
Exactly. Oh, moving on, this day in 1668, Isaac Newton receives an M.A. from Trinity College in Cambridge. Oh, he only discovered a little thing called gravity, so I think it's well-deserved.
Yeah, there you go, Mr. Newton, a.k.a. Ellefson of Megadeth.
Formerly of Megadeth.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you slap the bass a little too much.
Moving on, this day in 1807, the first Treaty of Tilsit is signed by Napoleon I of France and Alexander I of Russia. Again, we all know how Napoleon celebrated by heading on down to Farrell's and grabbing that Piggly Wiggly trough.
Excellent!
Twice in one segment.
There you go.
Don't get that too
No
often.
prop to go with it today. No prop.
No, just the fingers. Just the air guitar.
Air guitar.
Moving on, this day in 1865, Mary Surratt, Lewis Powell, David Harold, and George Atzerodt are executed for their role in the conspiracy to assassinate U.S. President Abraham Lincoln.
Fatality.
Ooh.
Now,
That actually looks like a hanging or at the gallows.
It
right?
is a hanging, yeah.
Whoa, they are hanging in that picture. Huh?
My only question is, were they part of John Wilkes Booth's, that's hard to say, assassination, or did they try something separate from that and just failed?
I don't know.
Don't know.
What an awful way to go, though.
Rolling on this day in 1875, Jesse James robs a train in Otterville, Missouri. Not the motorcycle builder, not the former husband of Sandra Bullock. We're talking about the outlaw Jesse James. No word on how much money he actually stole, but obviously made him a American folk tale because of those.
For sure. Yikes.
Here's a local connection to Utone. This day in 1908, the Democratic Party meets in Denver at the start of their convention. William Jennings Bryan is nominated as the presidential nominee. How'd that go for him?
Well, never heard of him, so I'm assuming he did not win.
Probably not so well.
Good job, Bill Jennings Bryan.
Oh, this next one. This day in 1914, Baltimore Orioles owner Jack Dunn offers future baseball legend Babe Ruth, Ernie Shore, and Ben Egan for $10,000 to Connie Mack of the Philadelphia A's, who refuses, pleading a lack of finance. So Babe Ruth, you always assume that he was on the Yankees for the longest time, obviously the trade to Boston, but you forget he was on the A's, almost ended up being a Baltimore Oriole.
That's crazy.
Totally. Moving on, this date in 1920. Wow. 1928.
That soundbite would be good. Wow.
I got to find that soundbite now. Sliced bread is sold for the first time by the Chillicothe Baking Company in Missouri using a machine invented by Otto Frederick Rowetter. Described as the greatest forward step in the baking industry since bread was wrapped. When people say it's the greatest invention since sliced bread, well, that invention is not that old.
Yeah,
1928.
Well, and poor Otto Frederick Rowetter. Like, no one thinks of that guy, but they think of hey, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I've heard that forever.
Well, he should have named it after himself.
I have an idea. We're going to slice the bread. No one will remember my name. Hoi hoi.
It looks like Professor Frink from The Simpsons.
Moving on, this day in 1948, the Cleveland Indians. Oh, I'm not allowed to say that anymore. The Cleveland baseball team.
No, they're still the Indians.
Oh, are
they? Yeah, they just got rid of Chief Wahoo.
Oh, okay. Well, they stunned MLB by signing 42-year-old veteran Negro Leagues pitcher Satchel Paige, who was
I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember that signing.
You weren't alive during that time.
No, but I remember Satchel Paige. Yeah, legend.
Legendary name.
Legendary pitcher, yeah.
Here's another legendary name. This day in 1959, the 26th MLB All-Star Game at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. Willie Mays triples to score Hank Aaron as National League wins 5-4. Two huge names in the same game together.
That's crazy. Well, and here this coming weekend, if you're in Colorado, the All-Star Game will be taking place at Coors Field.
That's
this weekend.
right.
Yeah.
Moving on, this day in 1965, Otis Redding records R-E-S-P-C-T. I thought Aretha Franklin wrote that song based on the new biopic.
Yeah, I thought it was Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah. The Liberties movies take.
Yeah.
No, Otis Redding was the original for that. So,
sock it to him.
Suck it to me, suck it to me. Let's keep moving on. This day in 1977, The Spy Who Loved Me, the 10th James Bond film starring Roger Moore and Barbara Bach, premieres in London. Roger Moore, not my favorite Bond.
No,
I would say Daniel Craig, Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, Timothy Dalton, Roger Moore, and then the guy who did that terrible Casino Royale movie before everybody else.
Gosh, you can't think of it. He was so great. He's at the bottom of the list.
Exactly.
I personally liked 1998's The Spy Who Shagged Me better.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Very good indeed.
Rolling on, this day in 1980. American boxer Larry Holmes scores a 7th-round TKO of Scott Ledoux in Bloomington, Minnesota, in defense of his WBC heavyweight title.
Down goes Ledoux, and still your WBC heavyweight champion, Larry Holmes.
Moving on, this day in 1981, England cricket captain No, I'm just kidding. We were talking about how many cricket references there are in here. Nobody cares about cricket.
No.
People in England don't even care about cricket.
Ian Botham signed with the critic. He's a critic captain.
This day in 1986, it is reported that Boy George is being treated for heroin addiction.
Well, he had to be on heroin with that look.
Ooh, never saw that coming, I'm sure.
Karma chameleon.
In 1986, Soviet general and spy for the U.S. Dmitry Polyakov arrested in retirement in Russia. He's executed 2 years later in 1988.
Yeah, back then, man, you betray the Ruskies, you get taken out. Hello, Dmitry. I think you are a what we call a rat.
Moving on, this day in 1990, the first three tenors concert featuring Placido Domingo, Jose Carreras, and Luciano Pavarotti at Baths in Carcalla in Rome. Recording becomes the world's best-selling classical record. I remember when they were putting that together, the hype, and thought, who cares?
Right. I bet for like if you like operatic singing, that was probably like the big three, like what Metallica, Megadeth,
Like
Anthrax,
our Big
the
Four. Yeah.
Just something where you bring the big heavy hitters together. So cool if you like opera on that day.
Moving on, this day in 2007, creepy Pope Benedict issues the
gosh, he's the lead singer of Ghost BC.
Yes, apostolic letter Summorum Pontificum.
Dude, words are not just hard; they're impossible. When you were saying that,
removing restrictions on celebrating the old Tridentine Mass, whatever that means.
No, and just he's creepy.
I just thought it'd be fun to bring him up.
Like I know, like the popes can't have girlfriends or anything like that, but could you imagine if he had a wife and woke up next to that? Hello, honey.
Ooh, that was loud.
Sorry.
Oh, and then finally on this day in history, this day in 2011, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, the very last Harry Potter film, premieres in London.
Holy crap, 2011? It's been that long?
It has been that long, yep.
Damn it, Harry, you've been gone for so long.
And we got to watch those kids grow up, which is very interesting. All right, before we head out for the day, let's run down some of today's holidays, shall we? Where we talk about the things that we like to celebrate. For instance, today is National Chocolate Day.
Hey, if you like chocolate, yum, yum.
Oh, I love me some chocolate. It is Father-Daughter Take a Walk Together Day.
So go take a walk.
I can't do that. I don't have any daughters.
No.
It is.
You don't even have female dogs either.
Nope. It is Global Forgiveness Day.
Okay, if you want to forgive, now's the time.
And forget. It is National Dive Bar Day.
Dive bars are fun.
National Macaroni Day.
Macaroni's pretty good.
It is National Strawberry Sundae Day.
I can get down with that.
No strawberries for me. And finally, it is Tell the Truth Day, Tony.
Nah, that's okay. I'll just keep lying.
There you go. Folks, that does it for our episode today. We will be back, I think, tomorrow with a brand new episode.
Yeah, provided I have something weird.
Exactly. We will see you all tomorrow.
Peace.